I think society has come to a point where slop prevails and product of actual quality fails, or succeed but to a much lesser degree. One of the most prominent ideas of slop is YouTube content, but what I'd like to talk about today is slop on Roblox, yet more specifically tower defense games. For the past couple of years, no tower defense game has tried any new ideas or to actually improve tower heroes, and I think this decline has somewhat led to slop tower defense games. In this form of game, it's the same gambling sludge reskinned time and time again, just with different popular IPs to leech off of. Games like Circus Tower Defense, FNAF Tower Defense, Simpsons Tower Defense, and never forget Toilet Tower Defense, which will have its own video someday. These games are all minimum effort, stolen models, and like we said, are all gambling based. You don't unlock units from maps nor buy them. You go to the giant slot machine, which almost all of these have. All tower defense games have the same bases, but these are all the exact same games. Same boring paths, same gambling, same everything. Plenty of tower defense games have been trying many new ideas with games like TDS and TDX, but without any actual change to the basic formula nor executed right. There's not really a reason to want to support and play these games. Tower Heroes. Let's start with the first game, FNAF Tower Defense. It's a pretty popular one. I am not a fan of this game. The models don't appear to be stolen, but they still look kind of uncanny. I know they're not stolen at least, but it's still kind of making your entire game based around an IP. So at least it gets a little point reduction for not stealing the models. You get the units by none other than gambling. Wow. Maps look bad, as we're going to see throughout the video. And something that's progressively bigger in each of these games is gambling. FNAF Tower Defense is not good. Crazy how this game is popular when it's gambling slop with fell off all over it. That's right. Duck Adam thinks FNAF fell off after FNAF 4. I'm sorry to say it, but we have to talk about Danny's World again. But this time a slop tower defense game that took pretty much everything. While I was getting footage for this part, I found out that the game was taken down or deleted. I think that's really funny, actually. I'll explain why in a bit. Recently, the game got a complete revamp, which makes it look somehow less appealing. For starters, yes, there is gambling. It's how you get the units. But the change to paper from the stolen models is genuinely so lame. It's just crappy MS Paint drawings now. Unlike before, Quella's actually trying to do something about this game, and I'm pretty sure that's why I got that whole paper revamp, but it's still a bad game. Stolen models, check. Shit maps, check. Stolen IP, check. Slop, double check. I think I see why this game got so popular with how long it took the actual game to update. It's not a good game. It's not good. I don't want to repeat the same things for this next one, but we're talking about Ball Tower Defense. The game is original, but lazy. All the units are balls, and every area looks atrocious. And this is one of the most prominent examples of this game being entirely gambling. The towers don't even change the slightest a bit upon levels. It's just how little effort they put into it, and how much effort they put into gambling. I joined the lobby and couldn't even find where to get towers. Oh wait, you get them from gambling! Because of how many people were gambling in the lobby, just whipping out crates. Ugh. All I could see was gambling. Like, look at this! Look at this shit! I walked away and around the entire map to see if there's a physical place to buy towers like most of these games, but nope. There were 2 shops that were for gambling. Exact same crates too. Look, I get it. Most games need a small bit of RNG to keep it running and make money. Tower Heroes. But to the degree all these games we're talking about today is genuinely insane. This is why Roblox was banned in Turkey and another place I forgot. Having games that sole purpose is to get kids to gamble is actually criminal. The maps look lame and the general game is actually just unplayable. I'm sorry, voxel defenders. Some of these other original games are also entirely RNG. Look at the game Tower Defense RNG. The whole point of a tower defense game is to strategize to beat a map, but in this game, it's similar to Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know, I've never played it, where you roll for every attack, roll for where you place, roll for everything possible. Gambling slop games is a very similar problem on Roblox to this day, with shit like Souls RNG, Fish, or whatever it is. But I'd rather talk about that in a different video if this does well. Subscribe, by the way. Brawl Stars Tower Defense. Yep, it's the same as the rest of these. A big gambling zone where you get brawlers. It's almost like they don't understand Brawl Stars and just took the character models' heads and put them on the shitty Roblox character. As someone who likes Brawl Stars, wake up every morning to get my 1,000 trophies in. It's that or actual exercise. I think the Star Road mechanic would actually be really cool for a tower defense game. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially an order of unlocking brawlers with choice of each one of whom you want to unlock with a special currency designed for it. And replacing what could have been such a good mechanic with gambling is such wasted potential. The game's also just Slop. It's just shitty maps, shitty characters. It's all the same. Simpsons Tower Defense, Circus Tower Defense, and so many other games are one-to-one reskins of each other with stolen models and so much slop being around the room, it's filthy. I've wanted to try and start branching out with my content next year, but it's generally so hard with how much shit there is in the tower defense genre. Games like TDS and TDX also just aren't really my thing either. I'm not a fan of like the basic Roblox character nor military based shit because I don't care for that. So I don't know, maybe I'll make my own tower defense game that actually is somewhat decent. Without blackjack and pastoroli. If there's anything we've learned in this video, it's that innovating in the tower defense genre is practically dead. Every game is a reskin, every game is gambling, and it's all unplayable to people that aren't 8 years old. Allowing games like these to gain traction is a potential danger to tower defense and Roblox as a platform. All gambling, no game is what all of these are. Unlike Voxel Defenders, Flavor Frenzy, and Battle Buddies, which I also did videos on, there's actually no excuse to enjoy these games. Subscribe for the Doom Spire Defense video.